Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. To those of you who are new here, my name is Iga. Welcome to my channel. I make beauty and lifestyle videos and I hope you stick around. Do hit that subscribe button if you want to stay longer. Today I've made a huge list of present ideas that may be useful to you or me this holiday season. I know the holiday season isn't all about gifts, but a lot of us are buying the gifts, me included. I don't know about you. And sometimes it is very difficult to figure out what to get some people in our lives. I, for one, forced my fiance and myself to make lists this year on Amazon because I, quite frankly, did not know what to get him, and I needed to figure out what I wanted as well if he was wanting to buy me presents. But I know not everyone likes to make lists and not everyone does, and so gift guides videos have become kind of like a staple during Christmas. I know they've always been quite helpful to me in the past years, and I've seen quite a few this year as well, which kind of inspired this video and kind of inspired me to put some other bits on my own personal Christmas list. So I thought, why not? I know there's a million gift guides on YouTube, but why not make yet another one? Because maybe I'll mention something that someone else didn't, and that might just be the thing you're looking for. So let's get straight into it. I've separated this into a few categories. There might be a few repeating bits, but for the most part, they're all kind of within the categories. So the first category that I actually want to go into is personalized gifts. I think personalized gifts are such a good idea to give someone something that's just for them, whether it's like a t-shirt, whether it's a towel, whether it's mugs. I think it's just a cute idea to show someone that you didn't just buy them a generic present, you've genuinely thought about what you want to get them. And even things like a cheese board. I personally have a cheese board saved on Etsy, and I have for, how long have I been engaged? A year? I've had for a year a cheese board set on there that I want to put on my wedding registry because it's just such a cool personal gift that you can keep. But you can absolutely get that for the holidays, for someone or for yourself. It's such a cute gift, and I feel like personalized gifts always stay in your memory more. You actually use them because you know they were made especially for you. Same goes for like personalized jewelry. I love the idea of personalized jewelry, and there's so many places on Etsy that do it. You can get some beautiful necklaces with like someone's zodiac sign or their name on it, and it doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. I mean, I've bought so many pieces of jewelry from Etsy that have been so affordable. Sour Cherry is a really good brand as well to buy really nice jewelry for a decent price. So there are quite a few options out there if you want to give someone personalized stuff. I just think the personalized gift hits so much different than just generic gift. Now, category number 2 that I want to hint on, and bear in mind, I'm not exactly an expert in the topic, but I think it's important to mention because some people are looking within that category, and that category is sustainable gifts. Now, there's not necessarily a whole plethora of things that could be considered sustainable. I feel like everyone would mention the same kind of things, like reusable sandwich bags, reusable straws. I mean, my friend for my birthday last year gave me a whole like package of sustainable things, like reusable things. So she gave me a packet of straws, she gave me some shampoo bars, some conditioner bars, bamboo toothbrushes, some reusable cotton pads to take off my makeup. So you could put something like that together as well and make it a really nice sustainable gift. Another thing I've put on here is obviously stuff like thermal coffee mugs and reusable water bottles. You know, little bits like that may not seem super sustainable go a long way in my opinion, but as I say, I am not an expert. There is a few other people that you can look into on YouTube regarding that. I think there's one YouTuber, I don't remember her name, but I will link her profile somewhere here and I will link her down below. I do follow her, but there is so many other gift guides on YouTube that focus on sustainability that if that is the focus you're going on, might be worth looking at. I will try and find some and link them down below for you just so it's a bit easier to search. But even stuff like plants could be considered a sustainable gift. If you have a plant lover in your life, you can't really go wrong with a plant. They're nice, they make your house pretty, and they are a sustainable gift. Another thing I put on here, and actually this was an idea that I didn't consider at first until I watched Carrie Dayton's gift guide thrifting. You can thrift gifts. That's sustainable in itself. You can find so many amazing things just going to charity shops and, you know, giving something a new life. Another category that I do have is clothes. I feel like you can't really go wrong with a piece of clothing. The key is to know the person you are buying for. I have always received at least one bit of clothing from a family member, and sometimes it was a hit and sometimes it was definitely a miss because it wasn't my style or they didn't really know my size. I mean, I'm a curvier gal, so that's not really hard to do, but you know what I mean? So in terms of clothing, it's hard to buy for people you don't know, so bear that in mind. But things like slippers, you know, go a long way. I mean, I just got a new pair of slippers today. Let me show you. I haven't taken them off, and I'm not like that with slippers. These are Christmas slippers. I got them for both me and Cass, and both of us have been wearing it literally since I bought them home. And I love them. These are great. You can't go wrong with a pair of slippers. Another thing that I do have on here is stuff like sweaters, jumpers, you know, something warm. It is the holiday season and it is midst of winter, so maybe a new jumper would be a lovely thing for someone, especially if they're like me and they always have one favorite jumper that they literally wear to death. Stuff like dresses. There is a few brands of dresses that I particularly have been looking at throughout the year, so maybe if they have like a favorite brand, you can go have a look on there. I personally always love like new look dresses, but if you want to splurge, you can always splurge and look for brands. There's an Australian brand that does incredible versatile dresses that I had my eye on, but I just can't justify spending like £200 on a dress. That's just me. But if you are looking for splurge items, they might be a great place to look at. They seem well made from what I've seen and from the reviews that I've read. They are versatile in terms of style, even if you just buy one dress. So that might be a great gift for someone in your life who is a fashionista, you know? Another thing I have on here is a piece of clothing that they may need, but they wouldn't buy themselves. So stuff like socks. You can't go wrong with a sock. You can't. Stuff like ties and accessories are always an amazing stocking filler. The next thing on the clothing list I actually have on here is merch. If you know the person you're buying for has a favorite artist, favorite TV show, favorite movie, just see if you can look into buying the merch for that. I know for a fact many musical artists have the merch listed on the website, so that might be an amazing gift for someone in your life who is a fan of someone. I mean, personally, I wouldn't mind some Taylor Swift or Harry Styles merch this year, or for that matter 5 Seconds of Summer. Another thing I have on here is handbags and backpacks. I've received handbags and backpacks for Christmas a few years in a row, and I personally this year asked for a gym bag because I need one because I've been using tote bags and they're just not doing the job anymore. And I just think if you know someone's in need of one, backpacks and handbags, especially well-made ones, tend to be quite pricey, so it might be one of those items that someone might not splurge on for themselves, especially if they have few of those items, but it might be a really nice gift to get it from someone else. And the last thing on the clothing list is PJs. You cannot go wrong with PJs. I ask for a pair of PJs pretty much every single Christmas. Whenever someone asks me, what do you want? I say PJs, because you can never have enough pajamas, and I will live by that forever. Pajamas are just such a staple. Whether it's Christmas pajamas or just regular pajamas, you can't really go wrong with it. It's always a good gift, at least for me. It always makes me happy. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next category, we have home. So, and this is for the ones who want to spend quite a bit. There is a brand, and I'm sure we've all heard of it, called Our Place, who produced this pan called the Always Pan. And it's possibly the sexiest pan I've ever seen. And they do other stuff as well. They do like plates, they do other dishes, like other cooking stuff. Pots and pans, that's the word. They do those as well. They are a little bit pricey, but it is possibly the sexiest pan I've ever seen, and I want one so bad. Do I need one? Absolutely not. But do I want one? Yes. But going off from that, you don't necessarily have to spend the money. You don't have to buy a specific brand, but if you know someone could benefit from some household items, you can go for stuff like a dish set. You can go for some nice glasses, mugs, even coasters. I mean, I've personally put a set of coasters on my Christmas list, and if I don't get them, I'm pretty sure with my next paycheck I will be buying them for myself. Going on from that, even like placemats. If you know someone really takes care of the tables and they love a good placemat, maybe new placemats might be a good idea. Stuff like cutlery, if you know they're in need of new cutlery or you found some nice ones that you think they'd like, that. Cutlery holders. I mean, I've put a cutlery holder, can I even say the word cutlery anymore? I've put a cutlery holder on my wish list on Amazon, on my Christmas wish list, just because mine is messy. And it's just little things like that that might make the home homier, you know? What else do we have on here? Wine glasses. I mean, I've personally saved pretty much one specific style of wine glasses all over my wish lists, and I want them, especially the red wine glasses, which is ironic because I don't drink red wine. If you know someone who likes wine, a nice wine glass set is always useful. Or if you know someone who likes hosting, in which case wine glasses, cocktail glasses, can't really go wrong with that. And going on from that, a cocktail maker set. So like a whole shaker and every other accessory that could go on with that. It would make an incredible gift for someone, especially if you know they like cocktails. And going on from that again, a bar card. As I say, if you're looking to splurge on someone, or if it's for your own home for like a significant other, you might want to splurge on a nice bar card, especially if it's something you know the other person would want to get for themselves. There's a few other things like appliances. I mean, you could always go for a nice coffee machine. They don't necessarily have to be super pricey. It just depends who you're buying for and what your budget is. I mean, I wouldn't kick a new coffee machine out of my house, personally. A waffle maker. I've personally put a waffle maker, a grill, and a panini press 3-in-1 machine on my Christmas list because I need a good waffle maker. I'm desperate for one, so that went on my wish list. But even like a grill, I mean, my grill is 10 years old. I definitely need one. It's convenient that it's a 3-in-1. You know, stuff like that at home, accessories might be useful for some people in your life, so maybe consider those. The other things I put on here are not necessarily household, but I guess they fit into household. Stuff like a game console, a phone holder, or a charging station would be an amazing gift, especially if you know someone who has like a consistent product. Like I have an iPhone and an Apple Watch. If someone has AirPods as well, you can buy them like a whole charging station for all three of those items, which is always useful. I mean, I know Cass uses his little charging stations. He has individual ones. They are very useful. Another thing I have on the home stuff as well, because I suppose it still fits as home, is a Bluetooth speaker. Whether it's a small one, whether it's a big one. If you have any music lovers or people who you know listen to their music on their phone, guilty as charged, on their phone when they're like in the kitchen or the living room, they like to have a little bit of a boogie, maybe buying them a wireless Bluetooth speaker wouldn't be a bad idea. I know for a fact the Marshall one is incredibly popular. At the moment, it is on a pricier side, but from what I've seen, they do like smaller versions of it that kind of vary in price, and they are very good quality, I'm assuming, because I don't have one, but I do have the Marshall wireless headphones, and they are incredible, so I'd recommend those. Or JBL, I know, do quite a few good ones as well, which are within the affordable prices as well. And leading on from that, if you have like a music lover as well in your household, and especially if they are still using wired headphones for no reason whatsoever, wireless headphones or earphones. Last year for Christmas, I got the Marshall Major Beat 3, I think they're called, and from Cass in the last couple of months, I got a pair of JVC wireless earphones, like earbuds, and it's such a game changer. I am never ever going back to like wired earphones again. They're just so convenient. They're so small, you don't have to worry about untangling them, and you don't necessarily have to buy something super pricey. I believe my wireless headphones were around £160, whereas my earbuds were around 40. So you don't necessarily have to go for something like AirPods or anything like that. You don't have to spend too much money. I know JBL do a really good pair of wireless headphones for about £30–40 as well. Honestly, when it comes to wireless headphones and earphones, there are so many options. I would just say do your research in terms of sound quality, or ask the person what they prefer, because some people prefer heavy bass and some people don't. That's all I'll say about that. But you can't, in my opinion, you can't go wrong with a good earphone. And another thing I have on here, which is the last thing in this category, is actually a gaming beanbag chair. You can buy like a beanbag chaise ottoman, or you can buy a beanbag chair like with actual decent support, and that's actually one of the presents that I'm getting for Cass this year because he asked for it. I mean, I got an Apple Watch from him, so I'm not complaining. I mean, I got an Apple Watch, he's getting a chair, so I think the fairness has gone there, but that's the deal we have. They do those versions on Amazon at the moment, and they apparently do have really good back support. So if you do have a gamer in your life who likes to sit on footstools, which is exactly how Cass has been gaming for the last 2 months, maybe if you have the space for it, get them, or they have the space for it, get them a nice gaming beanbag chair. I'm sure their back will appreciate it more than sitting on a footstool for an extended amount of times. The next category I actually have on here is self-care. So self-care obviously means different things to different people. You interpret that how you want to. However, these are some of the items that I personally would want in terms of self-care, or I know some other people who would want that as well. Stuff like a bath tray. I mean, I would love a bath tray. That's definitely on my list as well. I'm not getting all these things, by the way, but they are just on my list. I'd love a bath tray. I'm very much a bath person, mostly out of necessity because my shower pressure is awful. So in my household we bathe, and so when you take a bath every day, you kind of learn to figure out where to pop your phone when you watch a movie during it. But to have a bath tray, that would be such a game changer. To have like a beverage, that, you know, that just makes a whole bath experience something different. It's not just cleaning yourself and relaxing, it's like it's chilling. It's a horrible description, but I just think if you know someone in your life who likes to take a good long bath, or even someone who like bathes the kids, you know, they can always prop something on for them, like a movie or something. That could be a very useful present for them. Another thing I have on here is stuff like face masks, face bombs, bath bombs, anything from Lush really. Lush has some incredible fresh face masks, just bear in mind they are fresh. They have some incredible body washes. I mean, everyone knows they have bomb bath bombs. And you can't really go wrong with like a bath bomb set or like a little set from Lush, because, you know, while the generic bath stuff that you can get at your local supermarket, Boots, Superdrug, you name it, are a little bit the Lush sets are quite nice. Like they are Lush. They are Lush. And I've personally bought them for my cousin before, and she seemed quite happy, so I'm going from experience here. And if we're gonna go in the route of body products, maybe something fancier, you know. A few years back I did buy my mum like a whole big set of Ted Baker stuff because she quite frankly deserved it. So maybe like splurge on some good quality body or face products for that person, especially if you know that that's the kind of thing that they're into. Stuff like perfume or cologne you can't really go wrong with, as long as you know the kind of scents that the person is looking for. My auntie last year actually got my personal favorite perfume for Christmas, and I love it. I mean, that one I'm talking about, Calvin Klein Deep Euphoria. But there are so many options out there, and especially if you know someone's favorite scent or a scent they've been wanting for a while, this could be an excellent present for the holidays. Stuff like makeup, for any makeup lover in your life, you can't go wrong with makeup. If you know a person likes makeup, they'll be excited. Just make sure not to get them something that they already have. But then even then, like, you know, makeup goes bad, they'll use it eventually. I also put stuff like gym accessories. So I did mention that I put a new gym bag on my personal list as well, just because my tote bags are just not doing the job anymore. But stuff like that, weight. If you know someone is a gym rat, you know, maybe buy them a few accessories, maybe some new gym clothes. The world's your oyster when it comes to gym accessories. There's so much available at the moment. So another thing that I put in the self-care category is actually a self-care jar or a basket. I know a few years back I made my cousin a little jar full of like little makeup bits as well. But you could absolutely do that with a basket as well, and just personalize a really nice self-care basket. Whether it's like healthcare and beauty stuff, whether it's face masks and bath bombs, whether it's makeup, the world's your oyster with that. And you can make a really nice pamper basket for someone and tell them, hey, there you go, please relax. God, I should do that for my best friend. Some other things you can buy as well, which I included in the self-care category because in my opinion, self-care is stuff like candles. I mean, there are so many options. There is some more bougie options that you can go for. You can go for some more affordable stuff. I mean, normal retailers, just like everyday supermarkets, sell amazing candles. I know you can buy Yankee candles at Asda. You can also, you know, splurge and go for like a really nice Etsy candle and make it really nice and personal as well. And going on from that, scent diffusers. You know, if you like someone who's really into good scents and stuff like that, they really enjoy a good smelling house, scent diffuser might be a really good option. I find them quite relaxing personally. But what I found out recently is apparently they're not very safe with pets, so maybe bear that in mind. But they are very popular at the moment. You see them everywhere. There's so many options in terms of like the shapes. There's so many essential oils that you can diffuse in them. And it's such a versatile gift because it's not just one scent. You can buy multiple scents and use that with it. I also put hair tools on there. You can't really go wrong with a hair tool. And I'm not necessarily talking about stuff like a Dyson right now. I'm talking about like a normal hair tool. Like you can buy like a hair curler. I mean, there are a few options in terms of versatility. There is one brand that you can buy at Boots that sell the actual handle separately, and then you can buy the actual ones for a curler to get your desired effect, which I think is really cool personally. You can go for like a hair waver. I have one of those and they are an amazing time saver, although I do need to upgrade my one. I know last year I got myself like a hair volumizer. I mean, the Revlon just released like the smaller version of theirs, so that might be a great gift. So you don't necessarily have to spend a ton of money on hair tools. And one last thing I actually put on the self-care category as well is a massage gun. You know, the massage gun thingy that has been super popular online recently. Apparently it's incredible. I don't have one, but quite frankly that would be an amazing gift. It is a bit of a splurge as far as I'm aware, but if you know someone with like back pain or someone who just loves a good massage, give them an at-home massage gun because that saves them so much money in the long run. And apparently they are incredible. I really want one now. That's literally all it is. You can't go wrong with a good quality massage gun. I feel like everyone will enjoy one unless they have like specific problems with their back that forbids them from using them. The next category I have on here is personal. So we have personalized, but we have also personal gifts. So something that has meaning between you guys. So stuff like photos and photo albums I think are incredible, and you can also make those things into DIYs. I mean, in terms of photos, you have stuff like, for example, Storybook, I think, where you can make like a designated story with your own photos. There's so many websites and places and apps that you can make like a book out of your photos, and you don't even have to use a computer to do that. You can just do it off your phone, and then it prints out a really nice binded album for your significant other or for your family members or for whoever you want to give it to. So I think that's a very sweet idea. In general, you could give something reminiscent of your like trips, for example. If you went somewhere specific and it was like a very memorable trip for you guys, you can buy something that represents that, or something that will remind you or will remind the other person of that trip. And even stuff like matching items could be a really good idea if they're into that. I know not everyone's into the matching item kind of thing, but if they are, I love matching bracelets. Like first of all, I really want to get a matching tattoo with my best friend. But stuff like matching jewelry is just so special. It's so sweet, especially if you and the other person are really into those things. Some other things that you can really make personal are, for example, DIY gifts. I mean, the perfect idea that comes to my head, and it's not necessarily everyone's cup of tea, is the gift that Pam gave Jim, the comic book. And I think that's the perfect example of a simple, it was not simple, I don't know why everyone thought it was a terrible gift. It was an incredible gift, but it's from the heart, and it clearly has meaning between you two. So even though it may be junk to someone else, you made it and it has so much meaning to you and the other person that it makes an incredible gift. Stuff like that always go a long way. They're always the most memorable gifts that anyone will ever get. And another thing you can, for example, get quite personalized is a like a music plaque. They've been really popular online recently, I would say for about a year, and it's basically like a plaque, like an acrylic plaque with what appears to be like the Spotify version how it shows on Spotify, how the songs show on Spotify, and you can either pick your own photo or you can go for the photo cover of the song. And you know, if you know it's a really meaningful song to them or to the both of you, it could be a really, really incredible gift. Moving on to the next category. The next category we have is subscriptions. I think subscriptions are a great alternative to like gift cards, and there is many places where you can buy like yearly subscriptions or renewable subscriptions for someone. That would make an incredible gift. Paying for someone's Netflix for a year, an incredible gift if you ask me. That is a blessing more than anything. Stuff like a yearly subscription to Spotify, also incredible. If you know any gamers in your life, you might want to consider getting them, like, if they don't have it already, or you know, if you want to just add to it, buy them a year of like the Xbox subscription as well. You can get Steam vouchers. I think they're really good. I mean, I wouldn't really say they're a subscription, but I have like 2 and I'm saving up to buy the Guardians of the Galaxy game. Some other subscription boxes that you could go for, or my personal favorites, are FabFitFun, for example. It's an incredible subscription box for people who love like lifestyle and healthcare and beauty. It's on the pricier side, but I think it's worth the money. I've had so many videos opening my ones, and I think I'm gonna start getting it next year as well, and I'm so excited. If you want to go for a slightly cheaper option but same idea, you could go for stuff like Glossy Box, which also is incredible. I mean, I've had a few things from there that I've absolutely adored. I've had it for 3 months now, 2 months, 3 months. 4th month is on its way. If you'd like to see a video of that, just let me know. But that might be a really nice monthly surprise for someone if you buy them like a year worth of that. As I say, Spotify and Apple Music, you can't really go wrong with that, especially if you have any music lovers in your midst. But I mean, there are so many different subscriptions around the world now, so depending on your region. But I know for a fact there are stuff like wine subscription. Sign me up for that one. We love a good wine subscription where they basically, I think you fill out a quiz, or you can fill it out for someone else, and then they send you some wines once a month. Love that for us. There is stuff like snack subscriptions. If you have a foodie as one of your friends or family members, you know, if you have someone who likes to try new foods, then that might be the perfect gift for them, like a monthly snack subscription. I know they do like international snacks, not necessarily just local ones, so that might be an incredible gift. Scent subscriptions as well, for people who like perfume but, you know, don't necessarily want to buy like full bottles. There is so many opportunities when it comes to subscription. One Google search and I'm sure you will find something for the person that you are looking for. And these were just some examples. And moving on to my last category, and it's kind of, I called it knickknacks, mostly because it's just like random little stuff. They're not necessarily little, but I just thought stuff that are nice. I mean, first of all, gift cards. You can't go wrong with a gift card, especially if it's someone you don't necessarily know very well. For stuff like stocking fillers, you can't really go wrong with some chocolates. You can't really go wrong with like a little set of something. I mean, I've put on here stuff like a coffee gift set if you have coffee lovers, or a beer gift set. I mean, Cass, for example, is a huge beer fan, and I have considered buying him like a big beer gift set, because that might be super cool. Like a hot chocolate gift set for someone who loves hot chocolate. This is more kind of like of the generic stuff, but that still make really nice gifts that aren't just, you know, a set of shitty bath soaps. Stuff like video games, if you know that's something that someone is into. Or even movies. I mean, I know having DVDs is kind of a little bit redundant these days, but I personally still buy them. I mean, I've recently bought like 7 secondhand movies. I have a personal like favorites collection running, and I always have them. And to someone who loves movies or TV shows, it's nice to have them actually physically in your hand. You should have seen Cass's face when I got him his favorite anime on Blu-ray. The man was ecstatic. So it's simple little things like that that might just make the best of presents. Hello guys, sorry, editing inks here. If you can hear something in the background, it's just Cass playing Fortnite. But there was some gifts that I completely forgot to even mention that I thought would make incredible gifts. But most importantly, I wanted to mention disposable cameras. Or Polaroids. Disposable cameras and Polaroids have been such a huge trend these days. and I personally am a huge fan of film cameras. That I think if you get someone a really good quality reusable disposable camera, or like an Instax Mini, a Polaroid camera, they would be very, very happy with it. So that's just something to consider. Yeah, I thought I'd mention that one as well, just because I personally would be very happy to get that, and I felt really sad that I missed something so awesome off of the list. So there you go, guys. Back to pasties. But yes, so these were some of my gift ideas that I have for you guys for this year's Christmas. I hope it's still not too late. I mean, it's only like beginning of December, mid-December. I know there's some of us out there who still haven't bought our presents, me included, as I'm filming this. So, you know, no judgment there. I feel you. I do this every year and I hate myself for it. But hopefully you found something useful in this video. I'm sure you've heard most of these a million times, but sometimes it helps to refresh your mind. If you did enjoy it, I would really, really appreciate it if you hit the like button down below and maybe leave a comment if you have something to say. And if you are new here and you haven't yet, please do hit that subscribe button and maybe the notification bell. Why not? Why not? Why not? Maybe I'll make more videos and you'll get notified. I'd really appreciate having you here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful December so far and your holiday shopping is going wonderfully, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!